This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, very good afternoon. Am I audible? Okay. So in this class we are going to discuss the continue part of the HTML and CSS, right? So in previous class what you discussed in previous class, how to add the images, okay, how to add the one or more images, more than two images, what are the attributes which are used in image tag, and how to add the hyperlinks, okay, and after that list, HTML list, what are the types of HTML list, okay, then how to create the HTML list, after that tables, okay. So in that tables we created, only we discussed about how to create a table and how to create table headings, right? So now after that, now in this class we are going to discuss how to create a cell spacing and cell padding, right? After that cell merging in table, okay. After that how to create a forms and how to create a frame sets, okay. These are all things we are going to discuss in this class, okay. So first one is the continue part of table, that is called as cell padding and cell spacing, okay. You know already what you mean by cell padding and cell spacing. So there are two attributes which are used in a table tag. One is cell, sorry, one is say cell padding, okay. Another one is cell spacing, okay, which will use just the white space in your table. Suppose if you want to make a bigger a table, okay, if you want to make a small table, so you can use the cell padding and cell spacing, okay, which will add the white spaces in your tables, okay. So here the cell spacing is one attribute that defines space between table cells, okay. Observe here, the what is the cell spacing here? The cell spacing is the one attribute which are used in a table, okay. What it defines, it gives the space between table cells, okay. It gives the space between table cells. For example, see, assume this is one table, right? This is one table, okay. There are three columns, three rows, one two three four rows, two columns, okay. So this is a border, okay. This is the border of the table. These are the cells, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. There are the 8 cells which are present in this table, okay. So how to give the cell spacing? What it defines, the space between table cells, okay. Here there is a cells 1 2 3 up to 8 cells, okay. That gives the space between the table cells, okay. I will show you how it gives this space like this, okay. There are two column, there are 8 cells, okay. So this is what, the how it gives the space between the table cells. These are the cells, the space between the cells. What, this is a space, this also space, this also space, this also. But here the cells are intersection, here the cells are all are intersection, vertically and horizontally, that is called as the table. But here what do you mean by cell spacing? That gives the extra space for the your cells, okay. That is called as space between table cells. This is the tables, okay, table cells, that is called as cell spacing. And after that, what do you mean by cell padding? The cell padding represent distance between cell and border, okay, and the content within a cell. See, for example, uh, I want to draw here one cell, only one cell, okay. So here I want to return, I want to write a is the one data I already written in one cell, okay. This is in a table, this is in table, okay. That is only one column, only one row, okay. So if you want to add space between the content and border of the cell, see, this is the border of the cell, this is a content, okay. This is the content of the cell. If you want to add the extra space between the border of the cell and the content, that is called as the cell padding, okay. I hope this is clear to you, what you mean by cell spacing and what you mean by cell padding. Cell padding means you have already the cell, okay, like this 1 2 3 4, these are the cells. If you want to add the extra space between the content, whatever you typed in the cells content, that's called as content or data, the space between content and border of the cells, that is called as cell padding. The cell spacing between, meaning the distance between the space between the cells, that is called as the cells spacing. Okay, now next one is, wait a minute. Okay, this is an example. Okay, this is an example, the cell padding and cell spacing. See, according to definition, what do you mean by cell spacing? The cell spacing is the space between the cells. See, this is one cell. Okay, so this is one cell. See, this is one cell and this is also one cell. Okay, here there is a gap. You already observed this is one space, white space I added using cell spacing. So what is that is what the cell spacing, adding the space between two cells or more than cells, how many cells we have in our table. And after that, cell padding. Okay, so space between the text and the border. See, this is the border of the cell and this is a text. See, here there is a gap, there is a space, right? This is a space between the text and border, that is called as cell padding. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Next one is, this is a simple example. I'll show you how to write. Okay, so this is wait a minute, first I want to copy this one. Okay, then open editor, new file. Okay, paste it, save. Then this is called as spacing. Okay, whatever you can give, spacing dot html, because this is html code. So I want to tell to the browser this is html code, so you have to execute like this. Okay, so this is our code. So here I written table tag. Okay, so this is a table tag. So within a table tag there are first row, second row, three row. There are three rows, one, two, okay, six column. Now six rows, sorry, three rows, two column. Okay, three rows, two column. So what I written here, in table, inside a table tag there is a border. Okay, default is none. Okay, if you want to give for example 10 px, that increase the border sizes or thickness. Okay, just you have to give one. And cells padding 5, I'm giving the 5 space between the cells. Okay, and cell spacing again 5. Okay, now I want to execute this one. You can execute within a editor also and in browser also. Okay, see, you can see easily these are the cells: name, salary, Ramesh, 5,000, Shabir, okay, 7,000. These are the 6 cells, 3 rows, 2 column. This is a table is equal to 2 rows, 2 column into 3 rows. Okay, so here the name is on text. Okay, and this cells for there is a border like this, and here there is a gap. Okay, here there is a white spaces, that is called as cells padding. Okay, and after that cell spacing, here there is a gap. Okay, so better what I do is, first I want to remove these two things. Okay, then save. After that execute. See, here there is the normal things. Okay, normal spacing. So I want to give the extra space. Okay, extra space, for example 10, save. Okay, see now, wait a minute. Cell spacing, cell padding. Okay, again it is added the extra code. Okay, save, edit. Now you can see the space is added. Okay, for the cells. Now after that, here cell spacing. Okay, I want to give 15. Okay, so you can easily identify. Now see, these are a space for the your cells. Okay, cell spacing, that is the distance between your cells, that is called as cell spacing. The distance between the text and border of the cell, that is called as cell padding. Okay, so this is clear to you. So after that, the next one, okay, this is example. Okay, output and column span and row span, that is called as merging. Okay, we can say in MS Excel, MS Word, we can say that is called as merging. But in HTML, come to the HTML, we can say this is a column span, this is a row span. Okay, that is, if you want to make a large row, large column, so that is called as, you have to make a column span, you have to make a row span. Okay, so you will use column span attribute if you want to merge two or more columns into single column, that is called as column span. Okay, similarly you can use row span if you want to merge two or more rows, that is called as row span. Okay, so suppose here there is an example. Okay, name, salary, there are two column and there are three rows. I want to make a I want to give a title for the this table instead of these two cells. Okay, I want to remove these two cells, for example name and salary. I want to merge it into a single row, okay, and single column. So I want to give us some name like uh, for example xyz. Okay, xyz. So this is totally only one column, this is totally only one column. How? So we are using column span and row span. Okay, so like this you can use column span. And after that, wait a minute. Okay, column span and row span. So this is example. So better where you have to use column span and row span. For example, you know already timetable, in your college timetable. So this side day and time, here the lunch break. Okay, so however they want, they created the margins, they make a merging like this. Okay, so here first we have to observe how many rows and how many columns it is originally. Okay, first one, sorry, uh, first, see this is first row, second row, third, fourth, fifth, there are 5 rows. And how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4 columns, 5 rows. But here they did some mergings. Okay, how? See here there are 2 rows, here you can see last. Okay, there are 2 rows, but they are making it is in one row. Okay, the big one. Okay, make it as a 2 or more row into one single row. Okay, like this is only one row after merging, but without merging there are 2 rows. Okay, originally there are 2 rows, after merging there is a, it becomes a one row. But here you can see, here there are 2 columns, here there are 2 columns, but they are make already it is a one column, it is make a one column passing values. Okay, so that is called as call span, this is called as row span. Now how to create row span and column span, we'll see now. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, so I'll show you this example how to create row span and column span. Okay, so already I created one example here. Okay, this is a table, within a table I use some rows. Okay, this is the first row, 3 column. See what it indicates, first you have to understand. Okay, so tr stands from table row. First tr creates first row, first tr create first row. In that there are 3 columns. Okay, column 1, column 2, column 3, right? So after that second row, after that second row that creates again 3 column, 1, 2, 3, because there are three tds. Okay, now after that third row there are 2 columns. Okay, and fourth row there are only one column. Okay, but I used some column span and row span. Okay, so I'll show you how it works. Okay, so browser, like this, see here these are the columns, column 1, column 2, there are 3 columns and there are 4 rows. Okay, but in second and third row what I did here, I make a row span, okay, into one column. Okay, into one row, sorry, into one row. Okay, so instead of these 2 cells I make it as a only one. Okay, one row. So here there are 2 rows, but here only one row. After one row there are 2 rows, but I did a merging. Okay, that is row span here. But here there are 3 columns, but here only one column. Okay, that is called a row span. I'll show you, okay, how it will work. So first what I do is I want to remove this. Okay, then save. I want to edit this one. See now Here in second row there is no merging, third row there is no merging, but here there is a empty because here in third row, okay, there is no only two columns, there is only two columns. If you want to make a third one, if you want to make third one, just you have to add one more column like this, one more column like this. Okay, now just edit. See now, again it will add it, but here merged. Okay, I will show you how to merge. So first what you have to do, there are three columns. Okay, these are three columns. I want to merge three into one. Okay, including all three columns into one column at a first row. In first row level I want to make it is a 3. Okay, so how to do, call span equal to double quote, you have to write 3, call span equal to, okay, call span equal to 3, save. Then we have to remove this one, remove these two, because in first row I want to make only one row, okay, only one column. So for that you have to create only one column in first row. Okay, see now, now the output is the column 1, but in previous it has a, it was 3. Okay, after merging column span it become a one column. Okay, see now I want to merge a row wise. So row wise means if I want to merge two cells in row wise, so row 1 row 2 into one row. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to analyze which row we have to merging. Okay, second row and third row, right? So what you have to do, in second row first definition we have to write the row span, in that 2, because we are merging two rows. Okay, so here this is second row, here what we have to write, row span, row span equal to 2, row span equal to 2. Then after that you have to remove this one, because in third row, see here where it is, okay, in third row it is also merging, so we have to give only two definition, table data. Okay, so for that what do you do, row span equal to 2, then save. Okay, browser edit. See now the two rows become one row. Okay, if you want to merge these two you can merge. Okay, so this is all about how to merge a column wise and row wise in table, right? So this is what the row span and columns. After that the next one is, this is an example. Okay, the HTML form, this is the next concept is HTML form. So how to create HTML form, and what is the use of HTML form, and what are the property we're using in HTML form. So for example, if you have created one website or web page for login or registration, student registration form, login form, okay, anything, any form you created in HTML. Okay, so what is the use of HTML form? That creates the communication between the browser and server. Okay, so for example, in login form, take an example as a login form. What you have to do in login form, you have to enter username and password, okay, and hit the submit button. When you hit the submit button, that data whatever you entered, that communicate with the server, because in the form we written like this, we written like this, like action. Okay, where the objects are stored, so whatever we object are used in the login form, the what those objects where it is going to save. Okay, so like that in this situation we are using to using form, HTML form. So what is the HTML form? It is the most common way for user to communicate information from a web browser to a server through a form. Okay, like login form, then registration form, student registration form, data entry. Okay, those are called as the build by form. Okay, the HTML provides tags to generate the commonly used object on the screen. Okay, on the form. See, for example, if you want to create login form, what you have to do, there are three labels. One is username, you enter password and submit, okay, and one button or reset button, and there are two text box. Those are called as object, form objects, you can say. These objects are called controls, form control or widgets, okay. So these are called as the simple introduction about form. Now next one is the HTML forms. What are the HTML controls which are used in HTML forms? The first one is text box controls. You know already what is the use of text box. If you want to enter something in the uh, for the server, okay, so that is called as text box, text input, checkbox, okay, radio box, select box, and file selected boxes, hidden controls, checkable buttons, submit and reset button. These are all are the form control which are used to create a form. Okay, how you want, you can create using these all form control. Okay, so now let us begin one by one. So first one, form. Okay, if you want to create the HTML form, must and should you have to use the tag is called as form, HTML form. This is one of the block level tag. Block level means if you want to use opening tag, must and should have to close the closing tag, right? So that is called as block level tag. All of the controls of the form appears in the content of the form. Okay, whatever you can create the controls which are under the form, must and should have to use within a form. A block level tag, this is a block level tag, that is form. Okay, this is a block level tag, must and should have to close, can have several different attributes, only one of which action is required. Okay, see for example, when you create a form, you can give the additional information, okay, more than one, but only one required is the action, because when you submit the submit button in login, where it is fetch, where it is goes, okay, for example after submit, that is go to the home page, okay, because like Facebook, while entering Facebook, must and should have to provide the username and password, okay. After submit or login, that goes to the your home page, that is called as action is required. The action attribute specifies the URL of the application. URL means the link where we have to go, okay, on the web server, that is to be called when the user click the submit button, right, that is called as action. Okay, so now the input tag, how to create input tag. Okay, so this is the text box, we can say, text box, sorry, input. The many of the commonly used controls are specified with the inline tag, that is called as input tag. Okay, so if you want to create text box, must and should have to use input tag. If you want to create password box, you have to create input, checkbox, radio, all controls. If you want to create all form controls, must and should have to use common input tag. Okay, so reset, submit, plain. So like this, if you want to create button also, you can use input. So now let us study one by one how to create text box. Okay, what do you mean by text box? It's a type of input which takes the text. Okay, it is a box or type of input box which takes the information or text from the user. Okay, so any type of input can be created using input. For example, using input tag, you can create the password box, text box, checkbox, radio button, whatever you can create. So after that, if you want to create the text box, if you want to create a password box, checkbox, we need one attribute. The what is the attribute here? The type. We need one type attribute. Using that type attribute indicates the what type of input is needed for the text box. Okay, suppose this is a text box. Suppose this is a text box now, right? So if you want to enter like this, A, B, C. Okay, whatever you can enter text. So if you want to tell to the browser this is a text box, must and should have to write the type equal to double quote, then text. If you want to make it is a password like this, you can hide the password visible. Okay, like this you can write a type equal to password like this. Okay, you can create the text box. Okay, so now after that, so there is one simple example I'll show you how to create text box. Okay, so this is one simple example. Okay, this is one simple example. Here what I did here, you know already the structure of HTML. Just I given some form. Okay, just I copy this one, this code, then paste it in editor. Okay, paste. So first save this one, text box dot html. Okay, so within a body tag we have to write a form. First we have to write the form, because we have to tell to the browser this is called as form. Okay, without form, if you are written some text box labels, and this is not a form. Okay, if you return those labels, input box, text box, radio button within a form, that is called as totally form. Okay, so within a form I return one action is an attribute. Okay, I'll tell you what you mean by action. Okay, just you have to neglect it. Okay, leave it. So within a form I created one label. Okay, or you can remove also, no problem. Enter your name. So first I want to enter your name. It's okay, I want to enter, I want to ask to the user, I am a browser. Okay, I want to ask you to the user, enter your name. So for that I given some labels. Okay, name. So how to create text box? I told you using the input tab. If you want to create text box, you have to use input. If you want to create the radio button, you have to use input. If you want to create text checkbox, you have to use input. Same all controls. If you want to create, same input tag will be used. Okay, so after that uh, I want to remove these things. I will explain attributes. Don't worry. I want to remove this one. Save. Okay. So if you want to tell to the browser this is a text box, so you have to provide the another attribute that is called as type. Type equal to text. Then only it can take the text only. Okay. Then save. The close the forms, close the body, HTML. Right. Then execute it. See now it is on simple form. Okay, this is look like a text box. So that is enter your name. Now I am entering my name. Okay, like this, right? Like this. Okay, see, you can see the text box. Okay, you can enter the text like this. Okay, whatever you can enter, that is the text box. Now after that, the next one, if you want to create one more text box, or else the size. Okay, for example, I used already here names. Sorry. Okay, name. So if you want to create a form, if you want to store the data, okay, if you want to create check the validation, so in this situation we need the name of the form. Okay, name of the form and name of the text box. Okay, so for that we need this value, my name. And if you want to provide the size of the text box, 20, max length, that is also 20. Okay, you can give the size of 20. So for example 5, here I will give 5. Okay, so now you can understand. Edit. So here, see, this is a size. Only you can enter the 5 values, 5 text. And instead of, see, 1, 2, like this, it is not working. After 5, it is not working, because we given the condition like this. Okay, how you given? The size is 5, max length is 5. The size means the text box size. The max length means how much text you are entering in the text box. Okay, so for example, I want to copy this another one and paste it. Okay, how many you want, how many times you want, just paste it. Just remove the labels. You can give the labels also, no problem. Okay, save. Then come to the browser like this. See, it comes one after one, because I didn't use any break. So now I'm using br tag. Okay, br tag that gives the new line for the new element, new line for the, sorry, new line for the new element. Okay, see, now this is the output, how it comes. So this is look like a simple text box or simple form. Okay, now after that, if you want to create a password, if you want to create password, what you have to do, just within a you enter your password, enter your password, right? Enter your password input. So same tag which is used to create also password. Okay, the type instead of text you write password, so that become the password. It is in bullet. So here also size is 5. Okay, just you have to remove the all things, sorry. Okay, you have leave it, no problem. Okay, save. See, this is the first one, my name. Enter your name, enter your password. See, it becomes a bullet because we given like this, the type is password. Okay, that is hidden. Okay, here also like this is not hidden, this is text, this is visible to all user, but password must be encrypt. Okay, that is called as like this. Okay, so now after that, if you want to create a radio button, okay, radio button, radio within a text. Okay, just that is a type, which type of your which type you are creating, that is radio. Okay, save. See, now it is great, radio button. If you want to create one more, if you want to create one more, sorry, if you want to create one more, just what you have to do, just remove this one. Okay, here you are right, radio, where it is radio is working, where it is used for female, male genders. In this situation they are using uh, like this. Okay, so instead of enter your name, what I am writing here, male, okay, colon, and after that female, right, female. Save, like this. See, now it become radio buttons. At a time only one it is selected, that is called as a radio button. These are the text box. Okay, if you want to create a checkbox, if you want to create a checkbox, what you have to do, just copy the first line. Okay, just the time saving, so for that I am using like this. Okay, select names, whatever can select name, checkbox. Okay, for example here C program. Okay, C program, then here checkbox, instead of text you write checkbox. Okay, then save. See, now it become a checkbox, right? If you want to create one more checkbox, just have to copy this one. Okay, so just C program. Okay, then you can write DS. Okay, then here Java, however you want you can create, just what you do, just like this. Okay, then DS max length, like this. So automatically it comes. Okay, because we are used the BR tag. Okay, see, now these are the checkbox. You know already when it is needed. If you want to create a registration form, select one more things. Okay, one more item at a time, like this you can use checkbox. Okay, if you want to create a button, if you want to create a button, okay, so for example these are the examples from text box. This is a text box. Okay, password box, this is a password box, this is a radio button, this is a radio button. Okay, checkbox, you can use checkbox like this. Okay, then select drop down list also you can use like this. Okay, drop down, what you have to do in drop down, just copy this code. Okay, just here and do paste, save. Then see, this is the drop down. When you select, you can choose anyone that shows in drop down list. Okay, that is maths and physics. If you select physics, that shows physics. If you select maths, that shows maths, right? So that is a drop down list. Okay, if you want to use uh, one more values, just you have to write like this. So how to write select drop down list? First you have to write a select tag, must and should open the close and close the tag. Name, that is drop down. Okay, that is optional. Okay, when you are creating a database, must and should you have to use the name. Okay, so if you want to create options, these are called as options, right? These are the options which you want to select. Okay, so these are the options. So for that there is option tag, then within option tag you have to write value is maths, then selected, first is selected. If you want to remove this one, okay, For example, I want to remove save be like this. Okay, first the default is the, anyone you can select. Okay, selected, selected, then maths and physics. After that you have to close the select, right? So this is what the drop down list how you are creating in HTML. Okay, so after that, after selecting, there is a buttons. Okay, there is a buttons. You can also create buttons. Okay, how to create a buttons? Same within a text. Okay, our type equal to submit, that it become a submit button. It become a reset. You have to write a reset type equal to button, that become a buttons. Okay, all are buttons, but if you want to use different purpose, you have to give the same name, submit reset button. Okay, so for example, here I'll give an example. Like to copy this one. Okay, edit, select, we save, control. See, now these are the buttons. See, this is clickable buttons. You can say these are the clickable buttons, right? Okay, these are the clickable buttons. If you want to give us some links, you can provide the link also. Okay, you can provide a link, no problem. So this is what the buttons like this. So after this, these are the form control which are used to create a forms. The basic tag is called as input tag. Using input tag, you can create the any normal form control. If you want to create the specific, the text box, radio button, you have to use the type is attribute. Okay, so these are the HTML forms. Okay, so after that, the next one is the frame. Okay, we have to frame. What is the frame? The frame, the frame is the browser window. Okay, the browser window can be used to display more than one document at a time. See, for example, this is the only. Okay, see, this is a browser. Okay, but at a time we are displaying only one web page, not more than one. Okay, sometimes I want to display more than two web page at a time in one browser page. Okay, so in this situation we have to use the frames. Okay, what is the use of frame? The browser window can be used to display the whatever your browser, for example, Chrome, Opera, okay, Safari, any browser, okay, can be used to display more than one document at a time. More than one document at a time. The window can be divided into rectangular area. Okay, see, assume this is on see, this is on browser. Okay, this is on browser. If you want to divide like this, if you want to divide your browser like this, you can divide. See, this is the first web page, this is second, this is third, fourth, five, six. You can create the n numbers of the browsers. If you want to create display n numbers of browser in one web page, one browser window. Okay, that is called as divided into rectangular area, each of which is a frame. See, these are called as one first frame, second frame, third, fourth, fifth, up to sixth frame. Okay, each frame is capable of displaying its own document. See, it is displaying its own document, not other document. Okay, in within this first frame, it can display the related to that first frame document. This is under document, this is under, for example, 1.html, 2.html, 3.html, 4, 5, 6, all are different web page. Okay, that is what the capable of displaying its own document, right? The after that, frame set. What is the frame set? The frame set is on tag. Okay, so which is used to create numbers of frame within a frame set. The numbers of frame and their layout in the browser window are specified with the frame set tag. Okay, this one tag. Using that frame set tag, we can create the like this the number of frames. Okay, a frame set element takes the place of the body element in the document. See, one more thing you have to observe while writing a frame set. Okay, while writing frame set in according to the structure of the HTML, what you are writing: root, HTML opening tag, closing tag, head, and after that body. So while creating frame set, you don't use the body tag, because this is also a body for the your HTML code. This is also body. That is this line telling. Okay, the frame set element takes the place of body tag. Okay, place of body element in the document. Okay, so when you are creating HTML frames you don't use the body tag. Okay, just remove that. Okay, instead of body you have to write the frame set tag. A document has either a body or frame set but cannot have both. You can use any one but you cannot have both. Okay, the frame set must have either rows and column attribute. This is important, rows and column attribute. I'll tell you what I mean by rows and what I mean by column. To create horizontal frames, here this is a frame I created horizontally. For example, here this is called as the browser. I divided into two. These are the horizontal frame. This first frame, this is second frame. Okay, this is second frame, but I divided into the horizontally. Okay, so if you want to create horizontally, you must and should use the rows attribute. If you want to create the column wise attribute, column wise frames, must and should have to use cols attribute. Okay, so this is what the how to create the frame set. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, this is an example. This is a browser window. I divided into two parts. One is the first frame. This is second frame. Okay, I'll show you how to create a frames. This is an example. Okay, so what I do is just remove these two things. So here, see here, wait a minute. Okay, see here what I did here. The title, this is a title box. Okay, the title bar of your document. This is a title. What is that? Frame set, or you can use frames. Okay, this is a frame. Is a now after that, if you want to display anything on the browser, okay, if you want to display anything on the browser, must and should you have to write the within a body tag. Okay, but here if you want to create a frames, if you want to create a frames, you have to remove the body. Don't use both. Okay, so for that what I did here, just remove these things. Okay, so now I'm writing the frame set. Frame set. Okay, so frame set, frame set. Okay, then close with frame set, close frame set. Okay, so within that you have to write a frames, how many frames you are going to create it. Okay, so first one is frame. Okay, the first one is frame equal to, within a frame just you have to give the src, that means a source which web page we are displaying within that frame, equal to double quote, right? Then close. Okay, self closing. Okay, sorry, so this is example. Okay, so this is example I already created. Okay, so now see, this is a frame set. Here I want to remove this one. Just I'll tell you what is the purpose of using rows and column. See here, I want to create three rows. Okay, I want to create three rows. What you have to do, just give the size for your frame. Okay, size for your frame, how much size is required for first frame, second frame, third frame, row wise. Okay, if you want to give the 25% for the first frame. Okay, okay, this is first, this is what is that, the first dot html. Okay, I created in rows. Okay, that is 25% that displays, comma. If you want to second one is 50%. Okay, total is 100, 50%, comma, the remaining 25% for the third one, again 25. Okay, 25, or you can give star. If you give a star, the remaining, the space will occupy, the remaining space will occupy, just you have to give the 25, no problem. Okay, 25, save. So now I want to execute this one. See now, these are the frames. See now, you can resize also, you can resize the your frames. Okay, so this is the first dot html this is second dot HTML, this is third dot HTML. In first dot HTML, see, this is first dot HTML. What I did, the background color is orange. Already this program you explained in theory class. Okay, hall number 18. Okay, sorry, 18 or 6. Okay, hall number 12. So here the orange, the first background color. So okay, if you want to execute this one, see, this is the first. Okay, the first dot HTML, this look like differently. If you want to display individual, that look like this. Okay, this is second. This is second, the white, the background is white, but in second page I added one image, the chakra. Okay, that is JPG chakra. Okay, that is individual display like this. Okay, then third one, same thing, green color. If you want to combine these three, so for example, if you want to display these all three in one after one frame, okay, in different frame, so that in this situation we have to use the frame set. Okay, frames. So these frames are capable of displaying the individual web page. This is one web page, this is also one web page. Okay, this is also one web page, right? So this is horizontally. So now see, you can see this is horizontally. If you want to create vertically, what you do, just you have to remove rows, calls, just you have to write the calls, then execute. See, now it becomes a calls. Okay, now it become a calls. So after that, here one more example is there. This is 25, 25, 25, 25. There are 4 rows, 4 column I created. Okay, then here I used rows also, column also. Okay, but see, I'll tell you how to use rows and columns at a time. See, just I use columns. Now I want to use rows also. Okay, equal to, how to use rows? A 25, there are 100%, the windows 100%. So just I want to divide equally at the 2 rows. Okay, what I do, the 50 comma 50, it means it divides the 50% of the screen. Okay, 50% of the screen, 50 50. Okay, then save, but there are first three are the rows. I need one more like this. Okay, save, and like this. See how it creates frame. This is first row, first column, second column, third column, second row, first column, second row, second column, third row, sorry, second row, third column. This is what, how you are creating. See, now you can resize your frames. There is one advantage, also disadvantage. Okay, you can resize your frame, right? You can resize your frame like this. See, when you resize your frame, it's smaller. That creates some scroll down buttons like this. Okay, so if you don't want like this, you can add the, one additional attribute here. What is that? No resize. No resize equal to double quote, again you write no resize. No resize, save. Okay, execute this one. Just in editor it will work. Sorry, in editor it is again resizing. Okay, but what you have to do, so I want to execute in the browser. Okay, I want to execute in browser. See, like this. See, now you cannot resize. Okay, so because in editor, this is the editor, so you can edit also here. Okay, like this. And see, same link I want to execute in browser. See, now you cannot resize the actual size how you are given, that will create like this. Okay, so this is what the how to create frames. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you, right? So after that, this one another example. Okay, and this is one example. Okay, so this also another example. So this is row wise, this is column wise. There are row also and column. There are 2 rows, there are 3 columns. Okay, how to create rows? Rows is one attribute that creates a row wise frames equal to double quote. You have to divide that frames. You have to divide that window of the browser into how you want. For example, 50-50, that means I'm dividing the 50% of the page for first frame and second frame. The column means, see here, mm, just I want to remove these three. Okay, row. So this is the columns. Okay, see now this is column. So if you want to give the first frame is the 80%. Okay, so first frame is 80%. I want to give 80%. Remaining is what? 20%. Okay, the remaining is what? 20%. Remaining is what? 20%. Or else, so like this you can give, okay, 20 20 and 80 plus is 100. So or else you can give star also. What you have to do? Just you have to provide the star that takes remaining the part as equal. Okay, so then save like this. See, okay, so like this. Here also in column you can give, mm, this is column, and rows also you can provide like this. See, this is 80%, this is 20%. Okay, so likewise you can create your website like this also. Okay, so this is all about today's class. So I hope this is clear to you. In this class, what you discussed, guys, the first one is cell spacing and cells padding. Okay, and also practical we did. Then cells merging, that means column span and row span, and forms and frames. Right? I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so in tomorrow I'll send you link of the lab programs. Okay, the first lab 4 programs. Okay, already I explained the programs. Okay, and also practical. Okay, just you have to see the that link. Okay, so thank you. If you have any doubts, just chat with in WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.